Hello, I'm Mac Linesk. He is Indy Star USA Today Sports Motor Sports Insider Jim Aiello. It was chaos. Stop, start, yellow flags, crashes all over the place. In the end, Takuma Sato, the first Japanese winner of the Indianapolis 500. Elio Castroneves, a close second, going for his fourth. It had everything you could have wanted, really.
It was too many storylines to count. Really, I was thinking that started with the Scott Dixon, the awful crash that we saw, and how somehow he came out of that okay. Glad that that's true. We had crashes and all kinds of yellows and cautions and red flags. I mean, it just was. I mean, look at this. It's like just a list of things coming down here. It's ridiculous. But like you said, Takuma Sato emerged victorious on a kind of a bad day for Andretti Autosport, but never a bad day when your guy wins.
No.
And Takuma was excellent today. Elio Castroneves said during his post-race press conference that they gave Alonso the good engine and they gave Takuma Sato the mean one. And Takuma used it. He was great toward the end. Passed him with 4 or 5 laps to go. And held off Elio, who was, I mean, could he have been any more desperate to try to win his 4th Indianapolis 500? And he just wanted it so bad. You could tell he was heartbroken.
Talking about holding off, it's very nice for the rain to have held off while we get the race in. As you can tell, it's not holding off right now. All right, so let's talk about the Hondas. Obviously, a Honda won, but there were you predicted that some Hondas were going to have some troubles. 3 of them did, including the Honda everyone was paying attention to, Fernando Alonso.
Oh, that was just a heartbreaking way for him to end. I couldn't have. That was the one thing I really didn't want to happen for him. I didn't care if he won the race or finished 33rd. I just didn't want him to have his engine blow. I wanted to see him be able to test what he brought here from Formula One. His a 2-time world champion. I wanted him to be able to finish the race and see what he had. And this is kind of a heartbreaking way to do it. We talked to Michael Andretti at the end, and he said this is kind of what we asked Honda to do in the beginning of the year. We wanted more power. They said we can give you more power with less reliability, and they said, give us the power. So they knew when they put 6 bullets in the chamber, they were probably going to lose a couple. They lost Ryan Hunter-Reay first. They lost Fernando Alonso second. We also saw Charlie Kimball from Chip Ganassi Racing go down with Honda with engine problems. Honda knew what they were asking for. They got themselves a win. I guess that's a great trade-off.
All right, well, Fernando Alonso left the door open to coming back to the Indianapolis 500. Do you think this whets the appetite for him, or do you think the disappointment of not being able to finish the race kind of says, all right, I think I might just stay in Europe?
No. He's coming back.
He's coming back.
I'm positive. I talked to him in Alabama the first time I said, what happens if you lose this race or you finish last? He's like, I'm coming back. I said I want to win the Triple Crown. I want to be the greatest driver in the world, and that means winning the Indianapolis 500. I have not seen anything to make me doubt that he is a man of his word. He will be back. It might not be next year, but he'll be back.
All right, let's talk about Takuma Sato, the winner of the race. Obviously, in 2012, he is known for making that mad dash to try to get past Dario at the finish line. Didn't work out for him. This time, he beats another legend, Elio Castroneves, who was right on his heels. How about just the unbridled joy of Takuma Sato, especially if you listen to his radio as he was crossing the finish line? It's just inaudible screams. You have no idea what he's saying. He's just yelling.
He's just so excited. It was awesome for him to came in. I don't think he could believe it. He was shocked. I mean, I don't think anybody's actually prepared for winning unless you're like Elio and you've won 3 times. But for him, it's just kind of changing the story around, right? In 2012, he makes this one very bold, very brave move to try to get around Dario, and it didn't work out for him. But then he's remembered for making this bold and daring move. The crowd loves him for it. Drivers know that he's got a little bit of an edge to him. They know it to be, that he's going to try some things like that. And this time he changes the story. He makes that bold move at the end and he holds on for the win. It's a pretty cool redemption story for Takuma Sato.
All right, history made in the 101st Indianapolis 500. Make sure you go to IndyStar.com/sports for all of Jim's coverage. Greg Doyle.com. The whole team was here today, so we will have plenty of coverage of the Indianapolis 500. I am Mac Linesk. He is Jim Aiello. See you next year.